I just found my first ever moose antler. Woo! Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel here. So I come home after trapping 2 weeks ago back here. I come home and I'm asking my dad, oh, where should I go trap? And he's like, hey, so-and-so told me this week that he wants some beaver to be trapped off. It's not his property, but like so he knew where some beaver were. So I went back there. It's right on the edge of the lawn, the mowed lawn. So I went back in there, made sure whose land it was on, drove around, asked permission, got permission to trap there. It's on a pretty good sized stream in the area. So, excuse me, I set 2 drowning sets once again. I'm kind of liking doing the 2 because if I set a bunch more traps, that means I have to skin more beaver, which is fun, but you know, you kind of I gotta stay ahead of them. So 2's kind of doing good for me now. I set 2 pretty good sets. I had to dig into the bank a little bit to even get a set in there, just because it wasn't perfect. It was a little too steep to actually set one. So I really think we'll be back there in the morning catching them. It's a 3-day check out there, but I want to go in there tomorrow morning and hopefully have them there. So I mean, they're smoking fresh beaver sign in there, so it kind of worked out good, and I'm excited to be able to catch some beaver in there. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I didn't want to take a ton of video. I wanted to respect the gentleman there and just not be too overbearing with my phone out taking video. So I hope you guys understand, but I think we'll have some beaver there in the morning. So thanks for sticking around. Well, here's the beaver hut. They have this whole river here filled with stuff, and then off in there I set a trap there, and then just around the corner. But all right, so I got a trap set here, a little foothold with a caster mound there, and then down by that rock there's the anchor there. So hopefully we'll catch them. They got flooding. There's a hut up around the corner, but you can see there's all kinds of sign of beaver here, but right on this stream bank. So.
I am.
All right, everybody, welcome back here. So I had this little set that I dug into the bank on. You can point the camera. I dug into the bank on, and I set my caster here. The trap was set right there, and it looks like the trap's gone. It looks like we got a beaver at the bottom, so I'm gonna pull it out. I figured this would be the trap I'd catch him on, so hopefully it's a big one here. Oh yeah, doesn't look too big, but
that's a good size beaver. Good catch.
Wow. Caught him by one toe. All that. There we go. Pretty big one there. Not a super huge one, but all right, you can stop. All right, everybody. So I reset this trap here. We got the foothold coming up to the caster mound. I threw the cable off at a slight angle just to get us a little deeper, because if I was throwing it here, it was almost getting back up onto the shallow on the other side. But my concern was the depth wasn't gonna be enough to drown it, but it obviously was. So, but that's good to kind of prevent the suffering on these guys. So I'm happy. I think we got the hut over there, so I think I should be able to get another one in the morning, and then if I catch a second one, I'll probably pull on out of here, because I can't imagine there's more than 2 in such a small area. So, and there could only be 1, but I guess we'll probably figure that out in the morning. So all right, everybody, so a little bit of kind of what I do once I post catch. So I come back here, I skin the beaver down in the basement. I got a whole little setup, which takes me quite a little while. I'm still getting kind of used to that. And then the next step is flushing, which is basically getting all that gristle, any meat, fat off this to make it just the skin of the beaver. And it comes out into a round, which is kind of unique to a beaver. It's the only animal you skin in a round, and as you can see, the fur is beautiful on this. I did a pretty good job. I messed up once here where I made the hole a little bigger than it was supposed to be, but all in all, for my my like 3rd beaver flushing, it came out really good, and I did a really good job. And then over here I have beaver caster kind of in a little spot, and that is what I turn into my beaver bait. So when I'm setting my caster mount sets, it's Beaver caster off other beavers that you use. So, and that's been money so far. So that's kind of a little bit of behind the scenes of kind of what I've been up to. It's important to kind of know what goes into trapping after you make the catch. So I finished flushing this yesterday afternoon, as I showed you in the last little clip. And then I started, this is my first time ever mounting it, nailing it onto the stretching board. So the idea here is just get it into a perfect oval, you stretch it to the right distance, and then it's gonna dry. There's obviously some imperfections. It's good from afar, but far from good. It's my first time ever doing this, so I've just been trying to get these holes patched up a little bit, and then this will dry for like, I think I've been watching YouTube videos on it because I have no idea what I'm doing, and it said like 3 to 4 days of drying. So I'm gonna see what it looks like after those couple days, and then we'll reassess. But I'm pretty happy the way it came out. I trimmed up some of the fat on the edge to just make it a little better. But it's my first one, so I'm pretty excited. So we're down here in the quote-unquote fur shed. It's just my parents' basement. I got kind of all the tools laid out here to continue to flesh Beaver. This one should be fleshed. It's kind of in a hunk. It's been frozen, but blue for two, set up. No. So this one is frozen. I'm gonna stretch it on the back side of this one tonight. This one will probably be like a smaller one, and then this one came out pretty good. And then I made these 2 other boards that'll be ready to be used eventually. That big Beaver will probably be out close to here for size, maybe even past it. So that's kind of a little look behind the scenes, but kind of fur management is pretty important. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do and learn. It's all kind of new to me, but it's kind of something fun. So.